this up on the ground. Big gain by a man, and now he's in the clear. Take a shot at the end. Ezekiel Elliott.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another review. This time around, we're here with Madden 25, brought to you by EA Sports. And I got to give a big shout out to EA for giving us another opportunity of reviewing the latest football title. Now, we did get to review EA Sports College Football 25, and you can find that right here on the YouTube channel. But today we're talking about Madden 25. So one thing I will say that was a big push back in the day, there was kind of a competition between the NCAA games or college football games and Madden. You know, each year we would see new things added in each one of those games, but there was definitely a difference at times. And it got to the point that I particularly liked college football more than I was Madden. Now, this was back, I think the last one that was made was in 2013 before College Football 25. But this time around, I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised to see some of the great adjustments that have been made and introduced in college football that have been brought over into Madden 25. So one of the things that, honestly, as you guys know, I do this as a non-traditional review, so it's going to kind of sound like a gamer just talking about how much fun he had with this game. But one of the biggest things that I have to say that I was just blown away by was the amazing animations that are in this game. Now, when I say animations, I'm talking about the running style. Each one of the runners actually look different. You know, comparing Ezekiel Elliott to, Christian McCaffrey, you actually see a difference in their running styles. The DBs, the quarterbacks, the linebackers, wide receivers, quarterbacks, halfbacks, everybody has their own different style, and that is with this, new type of game day authentication aspect that they have in this game. New signature animations, and I've got to say, it makes the game feel so much more realistic. And with that, one of the things that make it feel realistic also is the fact that their ball carrying in Madden 25 has been revamped, and what we got from College Football 25 was brought over to Madden 25 with precision jukes, wide jukes. There's the hesitation aspect where you can flick it down and you actually will kind of back up or kind of jump back with one leg, and then you could spin out or juke to the left, juke to the right. It really honestly makes a difference in the running style. Even whenever it comes down to just using the left analog stick when you're running as a halfback or a wide receiver, quarterback, whatever, or on the defensive line or on defense in general, it literally, your characters kind of turn on a dime now. So, it feels more realistic. It doesn't feel so kind of blocky like we have seen in a lot of different football games in the past, to where you kind of feel like your motion is kind of limited. This time around, it actually feels like you're controlling someone that's really playing football. And speaking of that, whenever we were talking about the game day authentication, I've got to say something else that they brought to Madden 25 that is not as apparent as it is in college football, of course, because college football is just a tad bit different. But there is game day realism depending on the place that you play. So if you play in, if you're playing in Washington and you're playing against the Commanders, or you're playing in Dallas or Seattle, playing in Pittsburgh or Oakland, whatever. When you're playing with the Raiders, one of the biggest things is that you actually feel the difference in the stadiums. You actually hear real game day audio that was recorded and kind of shared from the NFL and many different games with EA Sports to make these game day authentications throughout the game. So you actually feel like you're really playing there instead of it just kind of being a hollowed out experience. Something else, of course, that was, of course, revamped in college football, or kind of introduced in college football, but then has a great connection with the franchise mode, is this star player aspect, or superstar aspect. So with your superstar, you can actually import your college football roster superstar directly from college football to Madden. And in this superstar mode, I was honestly really impressed. I had a lot of fun playing this mode. So there's a few things that are actually listed here that I'm going to read, and whenever it comes down to full details. Improved player builds, new facial customization options provide more aesthetic and depth than previous superstar modes. Also, with the Superstar Showdown, you can team up with 3 friends on a 3-on-3 matchup with your created players. And this is a really, really cool thing, including, it says this year we're hosting more regular events for this mode, including Ocho Cinco celebration event that kicks off on launch day, which had officially kicked off whenever the game did launch on August 16th. But this Superstar mode is really, really fun. I actually had a blast playing it, but what's great in it as well is that you can get drafted with your Superstar. And so with my Superstar, I got picked up by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I played a couple of games so far, and I'm kind of, a mid-range quarterback, not anything too crazy. But what's great about this Superstar mode is that it offers more of a dynamic storyline than what we have seen before in previous Superstar modes. And it's somewhat almost identical to what we've seen previously with Superstar, but it feels a lot more well-rounded this time. And speaking of dynamic storylines and story modes, I know a lot of people don't really play Madden for the story mode or like some big story aspect, but when I play franchise, I want to feel like I'm actually like the coach. I want to feel like, that not only from just, picking and choosing like, draft choices or, creating a stadium or whatever, my thing is I actually enjoy some type of story mode. And with this franchise mode, there's like 70 new dynamic storylines that are lined out to where it actually feels more like it feels more like a realistic franchise mode, that you're actually behind the wheel, driving the team, driving the players, and making the team your own. Now, of course, coming from Texas, I started my franchise with the Dallas Cowboys, and at this point in time, we're 4-0 in my franchise. But what's great about it, too, is that you can do a lot of different online aspects as well. You can do the Madden Ultimate Team, which, just like I said in college football, with the Ultimate Team, I'm not real big into the Ultimate Team aspect of the game. So that's not really something I'm going to talk about. But you can do the online head-to-head with this game, which it's still just like college football in that perspective. One of the biggest things that I noticed playing online is that there's a lot of times that if you get up by 2 scores, unless it's just a well-rounded player, they're going to drop out of the game. So that's happened multiple times to me, and it just got really irritating. Just to quickly talk about the online aspect. But I did want to jump back onto the franchise mode of, because it is so revamped. So there is a new draft day experience. So in this new draft day experience, there's a full presentation with the draft board, which does updates in real time. It's got cutscenes showcasing certain players that you draft with their jerseys and with Commissioner Roger Goodell. The menu aspect of franchise is completely remodeled, as well as the authentic player progression and regression. So this is a really big change for the franchise mode, and I think it kind of adds that extra realism. And to jump back into superstar mode, the superstar mode is something that I really enjoyed as well this time because of the draft aspect, and also the fact that you can really get in depth with your character by doing actual combine training, and you get to do the 40-yard dash, bench press, your high jump, so on and so forth. So that just kind of made it push that little bit of extra realism. So to kind of get down to brass taxes on this review, what's great about Madden is that it feels like football is finally back. The Madden football series has been going for quite some time. I have played Madden since the original Madden, and I can tell you this, that of course we have seen a graphical enhancement, visual enhancement, audio enhancement, gameplay enhancement. But what's great about this game is that there's a lot of times that you are just shocked. It's like a shock and awe. Because everything feels so much more well-rounded with the realistic gameplay, with the game day authentication, the improved tackles and impacts with the boom tech that they actually have in this. It actually really makes a lot of these tackles look very realistic. And a lot of times too, like if you're doing your hit stick or your juke, and if you do it at the wrong time, it's not something that like your character's close enough, then they're just going to kind of go into it and get a hit stick. Like, a couple of Maddens back, there was a lot of times that if you were just in the general area and you hit stick, then you're going to get a hit. But in this, if you're off a little bit whenever you're doing those, you're not going to get the same effect. And that's one of the big things about the realism with Madden 25 and, College Football 25. These games are pretty much tied in together. And that's not just about the fact of being able to create your character in college football and then draft them over. But I think EA Sports was like, let's build this, let's build all the improvements that we need to and then carry them over into Madden and then make, a couple of adjustments on Madden, which they did. With Boom Tech, Game Day Authentication, of course, as well with the reworked and expanded playbooks. That's one of the biggest things too. Is that like as you're going around, it's not just some random playbook. Like there's certain plays that are set for certain teams that before we didn't really get a chance to do that. But now there's special cheat plays. There's all different types of authentication of certain games or certain plays that have been lined out by these teams specifically, that EA Sports actually contacted and worked with the NFL on this new playbook tool. So I think it's a really, really significant factor in this game of showcasing kind of where Madden is going. Now, I will say there's only two things that I had a little complaint about. And this is just not, doesn't even have to do really with Madden, but the new NFL kick, I hate it. I'm just telling you, I hate it. I hate the new kickoffs. I hate the new kick returns. I hate that it's not just classic. When you're playing a college football game and then you jump into Madden and there's this new kickoff style that they got from the XFL, it's just very weird to me, bro. I don't like it at all, but that's neither here or there. There's just a lot of great additions to this game, with the unbelievable graphical presentation in this game, with the new pass blocking, the new extended and reworked playbook, the juke, spin, hesitation, game day authentication, boom tech that's all added to this game. It really makes this game feel like something that is truly special, and makes me feel like EA really listened to their fans and wanted to bring out the most authentic Madden that has ever been brought out. And that's, to God's honest truth, how I feel about this game. This is the most authentic NFL game on the market. I think it's the best Madden to be released in the last decade. So big shout outs to EA for giving us the opportunity of checking this game out. As I said, this is a very non-traditional review of kind of talking about a lot of different stuff. I do hope you've enjoyed the gameplay that I've been showcasing as well in this video. If you want any more extended questions, if you have certain questions that I didn't cover in the review, just let me know. But like I said, Ultimate Team is just not my bag. It's not something that I like in any Madden, so I just didn't technically cover it. I did enjoy the online play. I enjoyed the franchise mode, superstar mode, and just, there's nothing better than sitting down and playing Madden 25 against friends, family, and bringing up those rivals. So football is back, man. This is the best Madden, and I'm telling you, in the last 20 years. So if you haven't got a chance, please make sure to check this game out. I am giving it a 5 out of 5. Thank you so much, EA, for giving us the opportunity of checking this game out, and we'll talk to you all soon. Check us out at Cinelinks.com. Peace out.
Ezekiel